If you love to interior decorate like I do, because in my humble expert opinion, I'm very good at it. Just like picking up jewelry, purses, handbags, knickknacks, whatnots, doodads, trinkets, I am your expert. I'm very good at it. So if you don't know the channel, we usually sell handbags on Fridays, jewelry on Saturday and Sunday. So hit that notification bell, click all, make sure that bell turns white so you're notified of these live feeds as well as my Thrift and Bee videos. Those go out quite often. Thumbs up for the video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. In my humble expert opinion, the Hen Den is the best place to be. How are y'all doing? Chaco, wait for this, y'all. This is something else. My gosh, it's done. So we started back in May last year, right? Then I took 3 months off. And then we came back to it in maybe a little bit in September, not so much in October, a little bit in November after Thanksgiving, and then came back, and she is finished. This video, if you do miss the live, that's okay. There's more important things to do. But if you missed the live, this video will be up for you to look at. So hopefully it is looking good. So is it looking good outside, or is it pixelated? So I'm not going to zoom in and zoom out so much, y'all, because I'm afraid that it'll mess things up. So the blinds are open. This is the way we're going to display it when nobody's renting it. We're going to open up the blinds, have the lights on. That way it advertises itself. So wait for a few to get on, and we'll walk in. So it's clear, Tammy? Is it clear? Y'all ready for this? This is a jaw dropper. So last night, worked till midnight. Had my cousin Sherry here, my friend Aaron. They worked with me. So we started, I got here Saturday, and we started working on it Sunday, Monday, Tuesday. And then last night, today, the photographer came by, took photographs and video. He left probably an hour ago. I'm about to eat lunch. Tomorrow I come back over here and the fire alarms will be installed, as well as the CO2 sensor and heat sensor for the kitchen. You need that protection. They're monthly, monitor monthly. So y'all ready for this? So if I miss you in the chat, I don't mean to, but I'm going to be showing y'all things. So we are just running around. Suzanne, how are you? Lady T. Wells, thank you so much. Chaco, how are you? We will have lots of sales when I get back to Florida, y'all. So I apologize that I haven't had those purses and jewelry and those great deals on my channel, those live sales, but I have been busy, and this is what I've been doing. So again, we're going to look from the outside in. Thelma's nephew came up and painted that sign probably 4 weeks ago. Beautiful sign. We're utilizing the city street light for that. I didn't install any electric lights for that one because it would take away from that beautiful warm honey glow. So it's called the Vault Airbnb. That is a play on words, and I love it. Look at that door. So I'm going to show you the inside from the outside. So you have 2 blinds on this side. You have 3 on this side. And she is finished, y'all. This is complete. I waxed the floors a couple nights ago. I put 1 coat down. Last night I put the final coat down. So when it's not rented again, we're going to leave the blinds open, let people peek in, have the lights on. Maybe not all the lamps, but at least the chandeliers. We're going to do that. I tied back these curtains from the inside. We tied them low, so from the outside you don't see the tie back. You just see the beautiful ruffled look. And look at my beautiful face right there. I just can't believe it. Y'all don't see that often, but believe it or not, there's a little bit of beauty also behind that voice, if you ever get to see my face. See, now I'm breaking my arm, right? So here's looking in. So I'm trying to give you the best look inside without raising the blind up that I can. Hit that thumbs up for the video. So the second Airbnb, haven't even rented one of them just because we haven't tried. So y'all ready to go inside? Thank you, Carrie. Y'all ready to go inside? Look at this. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it. So when people rent, they're going to get their own code. You're going to get your own code. You just come up here, Pop that code in, open that door. Oh my gosh, what in the world? Let me pop in my code, see if it's working. I've logged myself out. I'm so sorry. Oh, it did work. Look at that. Look at these floors. So I told y'all when I shine these floors up, because I do a little bit of everything, not just purses and jewelry, bring you good deals. I also love to decorate. Look at those gorgeous floors. So I'm patting myself on the back hard right now, y'all. And I've had a lot of help too. So my friend Cole came over here. It looks like a lot of stuff. It is, because y'all know I don't do minimalism. I am a maximalist. A maximalist. There's no ifs, ands, buts about it. That is what I do. That's what I love to do. I do not do one thing on the wall. We do like 1,500 things. So here's looking towards the front. We'll just show you around a little bit. You've got the 15-foot curtains. So these are 15-foot ceilings. It's old school. It's probably about an 80-year-old building. She is super clean and shiny right now. She really appreciates it. She knows she's beautiful. She told me before I walked in. So it's a little bit, I don't know what you call it. Somebody said one time, it looks like a vampire's lair. I love that, because y'all know I love Halloween. So call it what you want. I love it. So here's our little seating area right here at the front. We have the lucite bottom. In my humble expert opinion, lucite bottom, those horns right there, glass top. Thank you, Renee. Thank you, everybody. If I don't say thank you, you know I mean to say thank you. So we've got this little seating area right here. Last night I pulled these curtains too. Here's what I'm talking about. So from the outside, you don't see the tie back, right? You just see the bottom portion right there. Then we kind of made these, they're like theater curtains. You know, we all like to be theatrical, right? Some of us more fake than others. I tend to think I'm pretty real and not super fake. I know fake when I see it, but here you get the real deal. So we kind of did theatrical on these curtain bottoms here. So, and these are just super simple. Look, you just do the hook. These came from Amazon. Tie those back. And from the outside, you see all this beautiful ruffled to the ceiling. She is gorgeous. Thank you, Renee. I appreciate that. All the way to the ceiling. And then you have, let me show you here first, because y'all know the artwork's all over the place, right? So I'm going to write up a beautiful description of this place. It'll probably launch about January 20th. Once I get back, I'll put it up on Airbnb. So that's where you'll find the address. If you're in this area, you know, you'd look for an Airbnb. Hopefully you choose this one. These chairs right here. Got your little extinguisher over here. Love this little cabinet. Beautiful cabinet. This is a 1950s Regency lamp. I do have to put a lamp in the bottom. This does light up at the bottom. 1950s Regency lamp that was purchased in Florida. And I will say it was at the Keswick Thrift Center. She did want a video of that once it was up. So y'all know we've been working on this since May. Betty Basil rode down with me in a U-Haul van hauling stuff from Florida right on down here to this big southern state. So y'all been with me for the good, bad, and the ugly. What do I mean by that? What I mean by that is the entire time that I've been decorating this place and getting everything ready from these dusty floors to now the shiny, beautiful floors, these are all concrete based. So when you do the little sheen on here, the shine, you bring out a lot of things like these 12 bar stools that were probably super 1950s. So some people came in here and they think this might have been a like a soda fountain bar. So on this cabinet right here, took everything out. Thank you, Pug. I appreciate that. You're so kind. Took everything out of this cabinet, cleaned it all off. I opened the cabinet up. Y'all have seen the cabinet in Florida. It's black. These are from Crate and Barrel. What I love about them is they're so sturdy. They're not made of particle board. You can actually nail things into the back. So I'll kind of show you a little bit of this. So you see right here where I nailed things in the back. And then stage things. These are like a row of nails. Pretty cool. You know the clocks. The one in the back works. And then we set these to 5 o'clock somewhere. We always do that. Did a row of books. Did some little knickknacks, whatnotty, doodaddy, trinkety things. And Tammy, I know I told you to tell me 7:05. It's okay if I'm going to be a little late. They'll be open. I'll heat that food up in the microwave. I think I'm going to enjoy this just quite a bit, showing everybody around. So, ordered food, asked Rosetti, Tammy on here to let me know when it's 7:05. Tammy, let me know it's 7:20. We're okay. I'm going to enjoy showing everybody around because it's been a lot of hard work. So we're going to take a tour for a little bit. Food can wait, right? Food can wait. Got the bird cages hanging from the ceiling when you walk in the front door. So I'm going to try to show you as we walk around and not so much. So you get the bird cages. And then you've got Elizabeth Taylor right up there. I should have put a necklace on her. Yes, we do have artwork hanging from the ceiling. We do. And I'll show you those bird cages from far. You've got that big, magnificent bed right there. Look how gorgeous that is. So do y'all remember how bad it looked probably 3 or 4 months ago? Remember when everything was in the floor here? And I told you just wait for the final product? How many of y'all remember how much stuff was in the floor? It was everywhere. Super dusty. Super dusty. This shelf right here, Thelma's niece and nephew came up. Her nephew painted the sign out front, the Airbnb, the Vault Airbnb. Why did I come up with that name? I actually came up with that name probably 2 years ago, 3 years ago. I had thought about building a bar here called the Vault because this is kind of a square-based building. What would you say? Not square. Well, it looks like a square more than a rectangle. Plus, it's full of great items. So I came up the Vault probably 4 or 5 years ago. Then when we decided to turn it into an Airbnb, I named it the Vault. Yes, that is an original name. Sure enough. Had that name a long time ago. So that's why we call it the Vault, because it's a bunch of treasure. You do have your workstation right here, which looks out your front window out to the street. The parking lot parks 4 rows of 25 cars each. So at any given moment, you could have a parking lot full of people, which is great advertisement. There's shopping. There's a restaurant next to me that's a steakhouse. Behind me is a main barbecue place. You have an Italian place. You have Mexican food. You have all kinds of things. And if I'm missing anybody in the chat, y'all, if it ever slows, I can't help that. So if I don't see your chat, I apologize now because sometimes that chat can stop on my end. But we'll keep video in since it's not a sale. So here's your little area where you can work if you want to. Thank you, saying this little clock right here does work. Tammy, I was telling you to tell me the time, but look at that. I've got a clock right in front of me, right? And then you have your bookshelves full of all kinds of stuff. So an eclectic mix, y'all. It's like a museum. And no, nothing's for sale. Yes, everything is inventoried. That took a lot of work too. You love the bees. The bees are drinking honey from those little teacups. And look at this lamp, y'all. So that trunk I've had for quite a while. Bought that for, I do remember, $99. I bought that. It belonged to probably an attorney in the early 1900s. Looks like he probably traveled lots of places. She's gorgeous. And I know the bed is the big thing here, y'all, but we're going to go ahead and show it to you since we are here now. I'm having to open a house on Saturday at 5 o'clock if anybody wants to come by. So these steps were built on the side of this bed. It's made where you can sweep under them. Hey, Amy, how are you? And if I do much on the chat, I apologize. So I'm a little bit multitasking before I go eat. You've got your little ceiling fan module there on the side. And then look right here. The battery-operated candles. But a lot of this y'all have seen. You have. Look how gorgeous. Huge chandeliers. So if you're laying in the bed, it kind of looks like that right there. And then look at this bed. We've talked about this bed before, so I did add the gold accents to it. This bed was built by a guy in Dallas for his wife. Purchased it for pretty much a little of nothing. So it is made out of old barnwood doors right there. You've got the barnwood doors. But the steps were built on the side because you do need to get up on those to get in this bed. This bed is high. So you just step up, step out. Thank you, Amy. I appreciate that. It's been a lot of work. It's been a lot of work for sure. You don't know whether to cry or be happy when you're finished. You've got this room divider right here. Why is this room divider here? Let me show you why. It gives you privacy. Look how the gold tone on that. Y'all remember this flag? So I've had this flag forever, long before YouTube, because it'd be this February. I've been on YouTube for 5 years. I've thrifted my entire life. I worked at thrift stores when I was in college. And that flag right there cost me $2.99. We're not going to go to the living room yet, but I just want to show you why this divider is important. So if you and your significant other are asleep and you're in here having coffee, well, you probably don't want your significant other watching you snore or sleep. So we put this blind up. Watch how the bed disappears right here. So there's your little workstation, your bed. If you're sitting here having coffee or dinner, or maybe 2 people, it's going to be limited to 2 people. So it's like a little love suite or something. I don't know what you call it. You know, some people said, oh, there'll be lots of people renting that out for Valentine's. If you're going to have a little dinner gathering of a couple of friends, awesome. You've got that room divider right there blocking off the bed space. So I'll show you round 2 as a whole, just so you can get the idea. So there's the front door right there. That way you can get the idea of the layout. How many of y'all like that floor? If you have concrete floors, it's real easy to polish those up. It's called 24/7. You can buy it on Amazon. It's awesome. So your big grand bed. I know y'all are betting, will he rent this one? Will he do it? Yes, we are. Just get your little gold end table right there on the bottom. Just remember you got your step up. So you have your 1 step right here. 2 step and right into that beautiful bed. Does it? I'll tell you what, it's been fun, Suzanne. And y'all know, so I had that Jester right there. I bought that from Florida. It's in the from Lisa's place, Resale Oasis. Bought that from a vendor in there and hung that up. And then Thelma's nephew painted kind of a circus theme around it. Look at these lights right here. Love those lights so much. And y'all saw me paint these several months ago. Put a little bit of jewels on there because, you know, I sell jewelry. Love selling jewelry in bags. Handbags, not plastic bags. Got your mirror wall right there. Just get your mirror wall coming on down all the way to this point. And then these little perfume bottles, because y'all know I love to sell perfume bottles on the Costume Jewelers channel. They're glued down. They're just super cute, right? This is just the top of the closet. So you've got all of those. Awesome. Thank you, Melissa. I appreciate that. Thank you for buying and thank you for sharing. Thank you for supporting the channel. I appreciate that, and the rest of you too. So this is the closet space here. So we have a closet with a washer dryer. I put these up. Well, these were up the other night, but I put that guy up and these 2 right here today. That's right. Y'all go ahead and do that. It's Thursday night. Have a big toast because y'all know how much I've worked on this one. Y'all been with me for the entire duration of it. So in here, we've got this ladder. This ladder will not stay here, y'all. No matter how much you like those big pictures up on the wall, you will not have access to those via a ladder. There will be no ladder at all in here. So anyway, here's your little closet space. So we've hung things high enough up. If you're at the huge casino that's here, which you'd love, I'm gonna clean that off right there. That's just where we've screwed things in, the little shelf space. This right here is the hot water heater, so you won't need access to that. You've got your washer and dryer. You've got your janitor's closet right there. We have pictures everywhere. Y'all know that. We do it like that. Your washer and dryer, love it, love it. Do your washing if you want to. Here's one of my most favorite parts. Look at this beautiful little shelf right there. I love it. We've got the old Niagara Tide Miss Stewart's Liquid Blend. Y'all know I love the old displays. Just, if you've been with me for 4 or 5 years, you know how I do things. Now, this right here is not my idea. Rossetti, where are you at? Where are you? So Rossetti, Tammy in here, said you ought to hang a roll of toilet paper right up on those horns. Well, you're going to have plenty of toilet paper. Thank you, Jen Shelp. You're going to have plenty of toilet paper in that restroom. You might have 2 rolls. You're not going to have 6 or 12. We don't carry home extra. But anyway, there'll be 1 emergency roll right there. In the washroom, you run out of toilet paper, look for that emergency roll right there, and you are good. So as I walk around, show you as a whole, just like I told you, that way you can kind of take everything in, see the whole picture. What is that? The forest for the trees, trees for the forest. What's that old quote? I don't remember. Love my taxidermy. Thank you, cousin. How are you doing? So Joan Ivy, she's my cousin coming in there, Jay Ivy. She's got this big TV. Pictures galore. Shiny floor. Look how beautiful that is. Look at that. I told you when I got finished with these floors, y'all saw them when they were all dusty. So it's all original concrete. You just mop them really well, clean them up, shine them up. That's all you need. Here's your dining room. Don't forget, y'all, though, I don't just excel at interior decorating. I excel at selling handbags and jewelry at below market prices. You'll find your best deals here, your most fun, and I'm real. So again, bed over here. This is what I love about the split. And there's people looking in. They've been coming up knocking and coming in, which is great. It's awesome. Word of mouth, right? Word of mouth advertising. Bed right there. Head over here to the dining room. There's your room divider right there, which we talked about. So I want y'all to see everything from the angles that I see them from so that you understand and know. Look at this table right here. This table right here is beautiful. Just left it like it is. So if you had a little water mark on there or something, not a big deal. Put these candelabras out last night. I know y'all have seen these before in the floor. You've seen them before in the floor. We did these battery operated candles, so you can switch those off with a switch. That switch controls all of them. Right over there, you have 2 above the bed on each bed. Then you have 12 here. Of course, chandelier, the red pendant lights. And I love this glass bowl. So we did this up north when we lived up north. Took this old, I don't know what you call this. You can kind of see the age of it right on the edge. See that, how it looks? I wouldn't call that patina. It's been used. It probably was, I don't know. What's the pans called, y'all, that not saute? Oh gosh, you know what I'm talking about. What are they called? There's a certain word. But anyway, the bulbs, I just love the way that the light that the chandeliers, like that, the chandeliers reflect on those light bulbs. Up here, you have an old hat box. I love this piece right here. I've had this for a while. All the light bulbs. It worked out perfect for right here. And of course, let me show you the chairs. Because you've got to see it all. You can't just see parts and pieces. Cast iron. No, it's the one. It's not a saute pan. It's something where the pan's kind of deep. So your chairs right there, you have the red felt. Because I tell y'all all the time in the thrifting videos I do, I don't wear red, but I love to decorate with red. And when I tell you that, it's no joke. It's no joke. And of course, y'all know about this mirror wall, or not the mirror wall, this wall right here took about 6 hours. Only 6 hours right through here, right before the kitchen door. So that mirror wall was about 6 hours of work. You have the old buffet. Yeah, I'll walk. That's it. Hey, Lisa. I've had this for a while. Okay, so this lady I love a lot. So the frame around her is antique, but the picture's not antique. But when I was going through my old file cabinet, I found these pins here. And so I took this mirror down next to her and glued them on there. I know that's not super creative, but I love it. And that's all that matters. And I know y'all will too, so take a look at that. Got the old pins on that old crackled mirror. Y'all know enough about me and thrifting that I love the crackled mirror look, the desilvering look. It's on your little buffet here, and look how cute this is. I mean, my gosh, when I saw this for the channel, I just had to get it. I'm not the antique costume jeweler yet, but I'm pretty much getting close. Not super close, but I love that a lot. 1800s look on that one. And then we have here, this is an ice chest. Looks like an old RV. Had this for 12 years, so it is not new. But don't you just love that buffet table? But yeah, the vault, I created the name probably 6 to 10 years ago, right after I bought this building. Because I thought, you know, you could have a bar here. Let's have a bar here. But when you live away, you're just like, nah, you can't do that. So here is the inside of that little RV. So over here, you have a clear open space. So that's your closet again. This is your bathroom. We'll get there in just a second. Here's your TV. Gonna try to get that set up Sunday. Hopefully it goes well. So again, so you can put things into perspective, looking around. TV. Washroom. You've got your bed over here. You have a private room divider because it's only going to be a place for 2 people. You have your dining room. You have all this artwork. Oh, I didn't show you. Hold on just a second. Look at these right here. You see these? Do y'all see something different? What do you see different real quick? And then we'll go to the kitchen. We'll go to the living area, then the kitchen. What do you see different? What do you see different of those 3 pictures? It's kind of like finding Waldo, but it's a little bit easier. The cigar. So I glued a cigar up there on that bulldog. The cigar, that's it. Yeah. Y'all saw the 15-second short last night where I set up this area. So if you're watching 15-second shorts for jewelry, purses, knickknacks, whatnots, doodads, and trinkets on my channel, watch those 15-second shorts. On those 15-second shorts when I'm not decorating, I am selling purses and jewelry. So watch those 15-second shorts. There's your little living area right in front of that TV. Look at all that big, beautiful space right there. All of that artwork, so all the way down to the dining room. It's nuts. Over here, this has been here for a long time. You've got your little bar area, seating area. Lots of little seating areas, it's really nice. Your fridge. More decoration, more taxidermy. Don't forget to hit that thumbs up. And then right here, you have your old photos. So I found these back in May, and somebody had painted these old black and whites from the pictures. So I actually attached the pictures to the charcoal. Let's take a look in the bathroom real quick. Well, let me show you the kitchen. So again, around here you have steakhouse out my front door. Out this back door you have a bar. You have the steakhouse, you have bar, you have Italian across the street, you have barbecue across the street, you have Mexican food across the street, you have shopping next door, you have boutiques, you have lots of things. And then you have a huge casino 3.8 miles away, a huge casino. Love that sofa right there. So again, you've got your little living or seating area. Awesome. I love this too. Painted that table gold. Got your old pictures. This is one of my favorites right here. And then here's from the kitchen looking out towards the rest of it. So I want y'all to see everything because there's different vantage points in a place. Y'all know you could sit over at the way over there. You could sit in the little workstation area and see things differently. You could be in the bed and see things differently. You could be at the dining room table and see them differently. Same thing with the living space right here too. So everything could be seen. Different vantage points give you different points of view, I guess, if that even makes sense. Did y'all see the bird cage hanging from the ceiling? So y'all saw that. You saw the ones at the front. Let me show you this crazy fella right here. So in the kitchen, what happened was, and that is my trash can for the kitchen. It's a flower can, an old flower can. So in the kitchen, we try to do all kitchen stuff. We have the lady drinking wine. We have the market, food market. We've got the guy right there pouring wine. We got the blackbird pie, Auntie's biscuits, today's menu, a couple of perch fish right there. And then look at this crazy lady up here. So y'all have seen this before. I've talked about it. On this one, you have the birdcage lady. And in the booth where I found that oil painting, had a masquerade mask of a cheetah. What did I do? I had to glue it on her face. Why? She's like the cat lady, but she's going after a bird. So anyway, and then you have the bird cage hanging right there below. So cool. And here again, food stuff. This is the kitchen. You've got your food stuff. You have your cookbooks. Y'all know in the thrifting videos when I'm out and about, I say, I love the old cookbooks because you never know what kind of artwork they're going to have in there. That's no tall tale. And then we have newer ones. So you've got your pots and pans. This is all free to use. You've got your dishware, what is it called? Plates, bowls, utensils, more plates if you want to have a little dinner gathering with a couple of friends, then fair game. Hopefully I've got a potato peeler or two in there, maybe 15 of them. You've got that. You have a air fryer. You have a blender. You have a little sifter and some baking stuff if you want to bake. And, you know, we don't want anything to catch fire in here. But if something happens, you've got to be able to find the fire extinguisher. I can't imagine that you wouldn't. You've got the fireman in German, I believe, in my humble expert opinion, the fire department, and you have Grandma Tootsie right there. She's making something. But she's got that big fire going. What does that lead you to, y'all? It leads you right to that fire extinguisher. Look at that. So I like the fun stuff. So you've got that all right there. Easy to be found. It is real. Use it if you need to. You have your Keurig coffee pot. Super simple. We have a toaster. You've got your dishwasher here. Stainless steel top. Cooktop. Right here, this is where I'm going to keep like cleaning supplies, trash bags, dishwashing soap, things like that. It's going to be down here. You've got your oven. So again, it's full. Then you have your little microwave right up here. Look how cute that is. If you want to make some tea, I make it on the stove top. But if you want to make some tea, you can. And then you've got that cute little microwave right there. The shelf space up here is just empty space. More artwork, more food stuff right there. And then look at your choices. You could use these pots and pans if you want to. Does not matter to me. I bought them for a couple reasons. One, you can use them. Two, they are gorgeous. Here at the top of the kitchen countertop, you'll have some new and old stuff. And I'll try to show it to you best I can. Love these right here. They're so vibrant. Gold colors, looks good in the chandeliers. And then you've got, these are probably not usable. These are for looks. You know, I don't think anybody's going to stay here long enough to make a bread, you know, need a pound of flour or something. But they might, who knows, right? You might cook some banana bread or something like that. So these are usable things. Thelma Lloyd said you need teacups. Well, I put out 4. You've got coffee cups. You have your highball glasses. Hey, there's nothing you're going to want here, or want 4, right? Hopefully you don't want anything here. You just want it because you need to use it. Then you have your wine glasses. We're going to have different ones. Every clock, if it does not work, y'all know from the thrifting videos, we set it to 5 o'clock. 5 o'clock, she said 7:20. Okay, I'll be done in just a second. Food's ready. So all different kinds of glasses here, different choices, things like that. Let me show you something fun. These are great because you know we love the quotes, right? I'm going to show you the restroom. We're going to be done in here. Again, looking back, you've got your little table in your kitchen area. You have your living space right there. Dining room, bedroom. Things everywhere. Look around, you're going to see different artwork. You might see a bird hanging or sitting perched on top of a bird cage. My friend Erin had me do this the other day. Look at this. She said, next to that wine sign, you should put a wine glass. What did we do with it? We glued it right down there with that tacky glue that I love to use, that I use at Halloween. Look how great that looks. Where did I get that wine glass from? Right here in my little stash. It's cute. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Let me show you the restroom. I'm going to go so I can go eat. Taxidermy. And we do have artwork on the ceiling. That is no joke, not a surprise. Y'all have seen that for a few months now. We've shown it, shown it, shown it. Let's take a look at the restroom, and then we'll call it a night. And I will have sales once I get back after mid-January. Once I get back to Florida, we'll have lots of handbag sales and jewelry sales. So I've been preoccupied with all of this, trying to get this up and ready to go. So look how shiny these floors are. So I apologize for not having those Thrift of Me videos as often, but you know, you've got to prioritize things. So jewelry and purses are fun to sell, but at the same time, we got to get stuff done. So here's that beautiful shower. I'll show that to you in just a second, or right now. How about right now? All new tile, reminiscent of 1940, in my humble expert opinion. Then you've got the red glass tile. This was half off 14 years ago, half off. This thing was built. And it was from Home Depot. Home Depot. Glass tile, gray grout. What I love about this shower the most is not only that it is a magnificent red, but look at this right here. Those beautiful coins. Okay, you ready for this? Here we go. Pictures. No shocker, right? Ceiling to floor. The mirror wall above the sink. You can actually look in these two mirrors right here, see your face. You can shave, brush your teeth, you'll see yourself. The rest of them are for looks. 2 sink. The beautiful floors, all polished. Love all the different colors of concrete, makes it unique. Thank you. And then we have this little shelf here. If you got your curling iron, your blow dryer, you got your hookup. Trash below. And then we have all of this here too. So thank y'all for watching. I appreciate it. I'm gonna show you the last thing that's not, let's see, last but not least, the toilet. There's nothing fancy about this toilet. It's white toilet. Sits around the corner right here. Oh, I will tell you though, I did go into Target today and I love the way these towels look. So I just bought one today to hang here for the photos and the videos. So you notice I didn't hang pictures right here because that's where we're gonna hang the towel. I do this right here a lot. I don't do it a lot, but I probably think it a lot or say it a lot, or think I'm saying a lot. I don't know, but look at this. I've had to do that with several people in the past. Thank you, Suzanne. I appreciate that. Got your Ralph Lauren 10 there. And last but not least, we've got these red lights in the bathroom. And I love this setup right here, y'all. Not sure if you would say this is 1950s with the color. And then we put out these candle obs or little candlesticks, so battery operated. Love the green glass candlesticks. And then I love this little floral arrangement right here. And then last but not least, there you are, your throne. Your throne. So that's where I've been, y'all. You've been with me during the entire time too. You know how much work it was. It was a lot, and I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Love the process, but love it more that it is now at the end stage. So thank y'all for always watching. When I get back to Florida, we'll do some handbags, jewelry, purses, knickknacks, whatnots, doodads, and trinkets, whatever you want to call them. That's what we're going to do. So thank y'all for watching. Thank you, Betty Basil. Thank you, Melissa. Thank you, Suzanne. Thank you, everybody, for coming in. I'm going to go across the street and get my food because they're probably canceling it out because it's been there for probably 20 minutes too long. And I'll see y'all later. If you need me, call me. You know how to get me. Bye, y'all. Bye. Have a good evening and a good weekend. Bye.